every day I give out free picks on this channel, whether it be on my Total Basis show that we run 6 days a week, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning, right here on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. This video segment, the free pick section of my page at Wager Talk. I'm giving out plenty of free information every day, but I've struggled to find what I want to do specifically with this segment. I've taken all of your feedback. Obviously, I know you guys want as many picks in here as possible. Yesterday, I had a client play to spare because I had a higher volume day, and we were able to give out Guardians on the money line, which was a winner. So, hope that you guys tailed that. Yesterday, that's the play that we covered in this segment on Tuesday. Today, since one of my plays goes early in the day, the other one of my plays is at night, but it's a 5% play. Obviously, can't give out that on here. I chose to go play that was like very close to being a client play, maybe still even being considered possible that it makes my card. And then, if I ever add something, I will note that in the free pick section on my page. So I think that's what I want to do with this daily sort of standalone video segment. And also what's going to be important to me is covering a game that we did not talk about on Total Bases, just to get you, more opinions on more games. Now, yesterday with the Guardians, I figured you guys wanted the free 4%er. So I just covered a game that we touched on Total Bases. Today, I chose a game that is close, that we didn't talk about at all in the earlier show, just to give you another opinion and perspective on the Wednesday slate. So we are going to talk Pirates-Rangers. This game did not come up on the show earlier today. However, the Pirates have come up plenty on my shows throughout the year so far. I have been very vocal about being high on them prior to the season. Hopefully, if you listen to that, you've made money backing the Pirates, so far this year. They've been a great bet against the number. I've got good positions on the Pirates long-term, all of which I gave out for free on the Total Bases show. And, I still hear this, and it's part of the reason I wanted to bring this up today. I still hear people say, oh, well, it's the Pirates, right? Last year, the very popular sort of quote unquote handicap for the Pirates was, well, Paul Skeens is a generational talent, but this team's no good. So it makes it very difficult to bet them, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, that was true last year. I still hear handicappers say that about this season, about the Pirates. Well, can't trust the Pirates. It's like, why not? It's an entirely different team. It's a young team. Why would you, just because they're wearing the uniform, like you can't trust a bunch of guys that came up together pretty much through your organization, or guys that just got there that came from other organizations? You could look and say, well, it's the organization, but hey, for the first time, they're actually spending some money. They just gave a huge contract out to Connor Griffin, and doesn't look like the same old Pirates to me. Pull up the numbers, right? Last year, the Pirates were almost dead last in hitting. I believe they were dead last in like WRC plus and hitting for most of the year. This year, they're 8th in Major League Baseball WRC plus. And their team ERA, we know Skeens is good. We know they've got some good names. Their roster ERA right now at the big league level is 3.31. That's 4th in Major League Baseball. They have solid starting pitching, a solid bullpen, and a solid offense. And yet I still hear the very lazy handicap of, well, it's the Pirates, which I just very much disagree with. And it's going to be the basis of my handicap here, because I see them with the better pitcher, the better team overall, and yet you can still get them around minus 110, minus 112. I don't know exactly what number is book to book as I'm recording this, but the point is it's right in a playable price range. I mentioned Connor Griffin. That's another thing. Like at the big league level this year, he's hitting 207 with a 553 OPS. This is the highest rated prospect in baseball by basically everyone in over 10 years. I think you would have to go back to Bryce Harper, which was over 10 years ago, to find a sort of a prospect more highly rated, more can't miss than Connor Griffin. In the week plus at AAA, prior to getting called up, He hit 438 with a 1.196 OPS. This dude will not hit 207 all year, and he will not have a 553 OPS all year. Those numbers will be higher. I will personally guarantee that to be the case. So you have an offense that has, and it's not just him. Ozuna's got to come around too. He was on a historically bad start to his season, and yet they're still 8th in WRC plus in Major League Baseball coming into play today. But the real reason the Pirates are going to win games, though, that offense is going to help a lot. But the pitching is just insanely good. Obviously, you guys know Skeens. He needs no introduction. But like, because Paul Skeens sort of took over and is the generational talent that he is, you have other guys that have come through the organization that really just haven't gotten the attention that they would have if Skeens wasn't there. Like a Braxton Ashcraft who gets the ball today. I mean, if he wasn't behind Paul Skeens, like, he'd be the clear ace of this staff right now. And he'd probably be getting hyped up as like the next sort of big thing. You wouldn't be able to get these prices to back him. You know, going back to last year, they were careful with him. They didn't want to rush him up. And when he got here, they had him pitch out of the bullpen a little bit. Didn't want to stretch him out. Still pitched great. Pitched really good at AAA Indianapolis last year while he was down there. And at the big league level so far, he's got 98 strikeouts and 92 in a third innings pitched. Command of 4 pitches. He looks like an ace. If you watch him pitch, he's got the right makeup. He looks like a guy that is going to be a frontline starter in this league for a while, barring injury, of course. On the other side, you have a guy that I think a lot of people wanted to be that guy. You know, he was drafted in a spot where that was the expectation. He is a legacy guy. Jack Leiter, of course, had an uncle and a dad that both played Major League Baseball. So I think everyone wants him to be the ace of the Rangers. But the more I watch him pitch, like, he only has a fastball. When you look at him at the big league level, he only has a fastball. Nothing else is very good. And I've been burned thinking that he was going to figure this all out. And he did start to last year. I would say Leaf probably cash some tickets on Leiter down the stretch last year. He definitely started to put it together. But at AAA, he's been really solid. But again, at AAA, you can get away with just relying on a big fastball. At the big league level, he just doesn't have anything to consistently play off of it. And that is where, I think the books have looked at these two guys and said, okay, Leiter, Ashcraft, they're pretty even. Rangers, Pirates, they're pretty even. And they just slap this price on this game when that just is not the case. Ashcraft is superior. I think the Pirates, on paper, are superior to the Rangers. 8th in the league in hitting, or in offensive WRC plus, 4th in the league in team ERA. And you've got one of your best starters on the mound here for the Pirates coming off of a loss where the Rangers have used some bullpen the last couple of days. So the free pick here will be Pirates on the money line. It's one I'm thinking about adding. If I do, I will note that in the free pick section on my page. And I've got that 5% max bet in Major League Baseball that goes tonight. I'm number 2 on the website, and so far in 2026, I think I'm up like 57 units on the year so far. Don't know who's number 1. I can tell you I'm coming for that person, whoever it is. But yeah, let's keep cashing tickets. 12.1 units ahead so far in baseball, and hopefully some more after tonight. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for another free pick right here on the Wager Talk YouTube channel.